Hello creatives, welcome back. And this is day 24 of our Listen and Share series for the month of July. My name is Jazelle. I hope that you're doing well. I am outside, so hopefully you can hear me pretty good. It feels so good, so this is where we're going to record for today. Our message for today is, in order to go further, you have to know when to rest. And this kind of plays a little bit on other themes that I've shared already, I'm realizing, or at least definitely recently with the masculine and the feminine, and understanding the difference between those two energetics and how they work hand in hand, almost like a yin and a yang. But today in particular, just thinking about the idea of rest, especially as one just coming off of a nap. But before I went to sleep, and even earlier today, before I took a nap, and even earlier today, this idea of rest has been presenting itself to me. And I find that for myself, there are different things that can interfere with my rest. Some of it can be in the form of anxiety. Some of it can be in the form of perfectionism. You have the whole FOMO. There's so many things that can interrupt that cycle, that almost, what do you call it? It's like a natural response to your body in resting. And what we don't realize, there's some things that we kind of say, okay, I can get away with having 3 hours of sleep, or 2 hours of sleep, or 4 hours of sleep. Maybe 5 hours of sleep is my natural routine that I have going on right now. However, even in the midst of that, you don't recognize how dulled your senses become, or your instincts can become when you are not in that place of refreshment and rejuvenation and rest, and how that impacts your thoughts, it impacts your work quality, it impacts the skills that you already have. You're like slow and sluggish. It impacts your creativity and being able to really grasp an idea or allow for it to expand within your mind, your body, your heart, that imagination to really come online to the fullest capacity. And yes, there are times when we have some overnighters, we have some times when we stay up late, but to do that as a way of life is really, it begins to diminish our capacities as individuals, as being, as family members, as friends, as creatives. And I had a really, really early flight this morning, and so I went to sleep a little late, and I ended up getting maybe 3-4 hours of sleep, and then got to the airport and napped on the plane. But still, in the midst of that, I could feel myself as I was going through the motions of getting through security check and getting to where I needed to get to. My body felt so much more sluggish. Even getting up and getting dressed so I can get out and get my Lyft ride to the airport, my body felt so sluggish. My mind felt so sluggish. And yeah, you're sitting on the airplane, there's things that you can do, but I didn't even have the energy to do anything but to just sit there. And once I arrived in the city, my location, I had some work projects to do. And I did it, and I completed it, but I felt so sluggish, so like slow. It's almost like if you have one of those dreams and you're trying to run in the dream, but it's like you're moving through molasses or mud. You're just moving very, very slowly. It feels like that. And just this idea, this message of it's important to value your rest. Whether the FOMO situation, everybody's going out, everybody's doing this, but your body is telling you to rest. Listen. Anxiety, oh my gosh, this is coming up, I don't know what's gonna happen. And then you're up all night. You're not gonna be able to change it by staying up all night. And then you're gonna get up the next day and not be at the fullest of your capacity. But then also the perfectionism. And this is where I'm like, okay, but I'm almost finished with this project. Although my head is full, starting to get a slight headache, my eyes are tired, my body is tired. There's no joy in it. Like literally, if it's following your passion, following your joy, my joy has stopped like 2 hours ago, and I'm still like, oh, if I could just finish it. I'm almost there. Let me just do it. It's gonna be so much better when I finish it. I'm gonna be so happy to just get it done. So let me just push through and let me just finish it. And there are times when, if I've procrastinated and I've waited to the end of the due date, and it's like There is no other choice. Like, you have to push through this and hope and pray for the best. But then there are times when it's like, okay, you can pick this up tomorrow. You really can. Listening, stopping, yes, mid-project, mid-sentence even, stopping, listening to my body, giving it the rest that it needs so that I can return with joy, so that I can return with passion, with that fire. Whether it's something for my family, something creatively, a responsibility that I have for a friend, whatever, giving myself that time to rest and listen to my body, listen to what it's telling me. It really wants to work in harmony with me. Like, our bodies want to work in harmony with us. And it's telling us stuff all the time. However, this mind thinks that it's the body. And it's like, no, just keep pushing, just keep pushing. Not recognizing the wear and tear that we're having on our body and the fact that it actually takes away the energy, the clarity, and the skill that we naturally have towards whatever we're looking to accomplish. So I wanted to share this with you for practical reasons, just health reasons, but also as a creative, right? We want our gifts to shine. We want them to be so magnificent and to feel that for ourselves, but then also to allow everyone else to see the brilliance that we are and the brilliance of what we hold. And in order to do that, it starts by taking rest, whether that's taking sleep and getting the hours that we need, or whether that is taking a break and knowing that it can be finished tomorrow or in a couple hours, but in this time, I'm going to rest and do something else. And whether that means staying in. Everybody else is going out. Man, I would love to go out. It sounds like it's going to be great. But when I really tap into my body is saying that it's tired. Maybe it just wants to stay in. Maybe it just wants a bath. Maybe it just wants a movie. Maybe it wants to go to sleep. Maybe it wants to stay in and read. Maybe it wants to do something more low key. It could be all of those things, because there will be days when staying up late, like, that's the situation of the season. Or there will be days when we will go out and like have a great time and like do all the things. And there will be days when it's like, okay, what's next? Let's get through it, and then we celebrate. But to do it on a everyday basis, a consistent basis, without giving ourselves rest, we really are doing ourselves a disservice. So if you want to go, in order to go further in life, family, relationships, your own creative adventures, explorations, opportunities, it is important to give yourself rest when you need it. Listen. It is you and your body. Listen. And everyone else and everything else will fall in line afterwards. If this message resonated with you, go ahead and give me a thumbs up in the chat below. If you want to send me a message, do so. I want to say thank you and welcome to all the new subscribers. I really do hope and believe that you are being encouraged by being here and that there's something here for you. And like, share, subscribe. Anything else, hit the notification bell. Yeah, and until tomorrow, live fully. Get some rest. All right, bye.